you better think about what you're saying. You better think about the consequences of your actions.
You better think about what you're trying to do to me, yeah. Think, let your mind go, let yourself be free.
About the word nigga, in that sense. Very controversial topic, especially in the United States. I'm quite sure all over the world. It's funny you asked me this question because I just wrote a book called Real Niggas, Niggas. It's a 600-page book on this very word. I dug deep into the word itself, and of course the surface information is that the word nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R, is supposed to be a derivative of the Portuguese and Spanish negro. That's not true. And people cite it all the time, and even some dictionaries try to go back to that, but it's not actually true. I don't have enough time to cite a 600-page book to you here, but the main thing is that this word nigger, N-I-G-G-E-R, actually comes from the Latin Niger, or what is called Niger. The French still say Niger. It actually comes from Latin. From the Latin, we get Portuguese, Spanish, English. We get a lot of even German words. Even we get Dutch as well. Some Dutch words come there, and Scandinavia as well. The idea is that when one country or one group invades another group, the kings and high people, the priests of the invaded culture, they use the same names to describe these people, but in derogatory terms. So the word nigger originally meant king. It comes from the word negus and nagas, and negus, nagas meaning king of kings. There's also, just to go deeper with that, because even before negus and nagas, you get this word called nga, which is a word called nya, and it goes back to the what is called the the Hausa click language. And when colonial powers were coming in and invading Africa, the priests that would have been called the Nkosi, the Negus, the Naga, all Nagari even, which gets its Indian origination over there, the Devanagari writing. They start calling these names derogatorily. There's nothing derogatory about the word nigger, negro, nigger with an A, naga, Negroes, nothing derogatory about that. It's when colonial powers are saying, when a racist is basically saying, you know what it's like? The word America, American, used to be written in England like the word nigger is today. The word American in England, in the 1700s, in England was written like, a marginalized lower class people. To be called an American was to be degraded in that sense. And so many other titles as well, like Christian even as well. To be called a Christian during Roman times was the same as being called nigger. It's when these groups gain power that the names used to degrade them becomes the names to empower them, or vice versa. The name you once had for power, once you're invaded, they say, like if somebody invaded America, like when China invades America. So when China invades America with the help of Russia, when that happens, you can notice in about 100 years somebody saying president, and you're looking at him president, and you say, we're looking down on the word president. So in our time, to say president is something great. But if another country invades the United States, that word president becomes, you the president. You just the president. And after a while, you say president becomes a racial epithet. It becomes something disrespectful to say. But it used to mean king. It used to mean ruler. It used to mean head of state. Well, this is the same thing. I broke it down over a 600-page book that really gets more in depth with language, linguistics, where words come from. words are about meanings, but sounds are about intentions, right? It's something different. Sounds are intentions. And when you really want to get to the deeper part of a word, you got to get into the sound, the intent of the sound. What did nya mean? Nya. That's what all of this is, where negro is, all of it comes from, the word nya. And so, where does that come from? The sound, right. Yeah.
Where it's coming from. I need you to clarify this thing for me.
I will give you the book.
Yeah.
I'll give you a copy. I'll hit you off with